Hi, my name is Autumn Johnson, and I would like to discuss Poplar Forest and its significance in the third president, Thomas Jefferson's life. Um, Mr. Jefferson and his wife inherited the property of Poplar Forest from her father in 1773. And during this time, the Jeffersons were really mainly focused on developing Monticello, so Poplar Forest sort of took a back seat for many decades. And it wasn't until Jefferson, as the story goes, was in a crowded, noisy room discussing the American debt from the American Revolution that he realized he needed a more tranquil place to sort of gather his thoughts, do his writing, his reading, and his praying. And of course, Poplar Forest was the first thing that came to his mind. It was a little under 5,000 acres when he inherited the property at the time. So construction on the tranquil, quiet place began in 1806, many years after he inherited it in 1773. And Jefferson was really looking for a sort of beautiful place, tranquil place, but also a place that reflected his own interests in French history. He loved all things French, so he really wanted sort of a nice historical place to bring his personal library, his writings, his papers, and just really have a nice getaway, not too far from Charlottesville, to where he could just sort of decompress. And he really started spending a lot of time there during his retirement um, when he was probably in his 60s. So during this time, he really just enjoyed reading, writing. He would write personal notes to John Adams. They would correspond regularly. He would trade plants and seeds with the locals around the area. He had a nice garden. He was very interested in telescopes. He had a nice telescope. And he really spent a lot of time just compressing his thoughts together, journaling, and just really sort of kind of being one with nature. He really enjoyed being secluded, sort of in a place where he wasn't a part of the hustle and bustle that was becoming politics in Virginia. And Poplar Forest is currently a very popular place in Virginia. It is a National Historic Landmark. It is open for guided tours from March to December, about the middle of March until December, and it has self-guided tours in January and February. It's closed on major holidays, and it's an excellent opportunity to just step into the lesser known life of Thomas Jefferson, one that is more tranquil and secluded. It is different than Monticello. Some of the designs are the same, but you can tell when you go there that it was intended to be a retreat. It was intended to be a place where Thomas Jefferson could just go with his family, maybe some friends, and just really just sort of be with himself, be by himself, and just get away from everything that had been weighing on his mind. Thomas Jefferson was a person who thought a lot, wrote a lot, read a lot. His mind was constantly going. And Poplar Forest was a place that he could do that, but away from prying eyes, away from everyone else, and could just sort of enjoy the nature, the beautiful forests that are located in Bedford, and just really sort of appreciate and build up the property that he had inherited from his wife's father in 1773.